We move at the speed of code, without losing the human touch. This is Neural Newscast.
Get ready for a deep dive from Neural Newscast. I'm Samuel, your environment specialist, and Sophia, your lifestyle correspondent, is here with me as we delve into today's subjects, starting with a pivotal moment in history. On this day in 1939, the Soviet Union invaded Finland, sparking the brutal Winter War that showcased Finnish resilience against overwhelming odds.
That resilience really sticks with me. People holding firm against a much larger force. It feels cinematic, but it was painfully real for those living it.
Exactly. Winter War says it all. The terrain and the temperature became weapons, amplifying the brutality and stress-testing tactics and endurance.
And its impact reached far beyond the battlefield. Diplomats and military planners across Europe took note as World War II loomed.
Right, the invasion didn't just affect Finland and the Soviet Union. It nudged neutrals and neighbors to recalibrate their positions and preparedness.
It's striking how a short, brutal confrontation can have lasting diplomatic consequences. A reminder that resolve under pressure can rewrite narratives.
And that Finnish resilience became part of a larger story about resistance and strategy in extreme conditions, influencing military thinking at the time.
It also recalibrated confidence and how countries approached alliances as the continent slid toward wider conflict. Small event, big geopolitical echoes.
It's a compact but powerful chapter. One invasion, a winter of intense struggle, and a realignment that fed into the larger war that followed.
Framed that way, the human courage and the political fallout feel inseparable, both essential to why this moment mattered. Quick break, then we'll pivot.
We'll be right back after this short break. Today, we celebrate the birthdays of Mark Twain, 1835, Ridley Scott, 1937, and Winston Churchill, 1874.
Mark Twain really jumps out at me from that list, an author whose voice still feels so pointed and alive. You wanted to take a deeper look at Twain today, right?
Absolutely. Twain entertained, but his social commentary cut through the comforts of his era with humor and moral clarity. That's the source of his staying power.
It's fascinating that someone labeled a humorist was also a fierce critic of society, especially on race and identity. That contrast feels modern, like he was holding up a mirror.
Take Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, an adventure on the surface, a moral inquiry underneath. Conscience, complicity, and the institutions of the time. Wit draws you in, then he makes you confront uncomfortable truths.
That balance, the lightness with the weight, is real craft. You can laugh out loud one moment and rethink everything the next, which is why his lines still circulate in everyday conversation.
He also sharpened the language itself. His regional voices, dialects, and idioms helped legitimize American vernacular and literature, pushing back on the idea that only European styles were serious writing.
Exactly. He made American speech feel worthy of art, influencing generations who wanted to capture real life instead of idealized language.
Beyond style, his willingness to take on morality and hypocrisy matters now. He reminds us storytelling can be a tool for civic reflection, as well as entertainment.
And he had this wry, almost prophetic eye for human foibles. You can pick a line and feel like he's commenting on something we still do today. That keeps him relevant across centuries.
And while the novels are famous, the breadth is huge. Essays, lectures, travel writing. He was a public intellectual, engaging audiences on many platforms, which amplified his influence.
I didn't always appreciate how prolific he was outside the novels, knowing that his public persona feels intentional, constantly engaging the world, not just retreating into fiction.
Exactly, that public voice with the trademark wit pushed people to think differently. So when we mark his birthday, we're celebrating not just charming stories, but a body of work that shaped conversations about morality and identity.
It's a legacy living in classrooms, adaptations, and how writers approach social critique. He's woven into how we tell our national stories. Quick pause, then a fact to close us out.
Stay with us. More deep dive exploring coming up.
Daily news, synthesized and verified. This is Chad Thompson, the founder of Neural Newscast. At Neural Newscast, we're all about making news fast, factual, unbiased, and human-reviewed. Visit neuralnewscast.com for deep dives, special reports, and our full archive of content.
Thanks for staying with us on Neural Newscast Deep Dive. To wrap up, here's a quick fact with big implications. Half of all Americans live within 50 miles of their birthplace.
That's striking. Half of all Americans within a short drive of where they were born.
It immediately points to roots and regional attachment. How many communities are shaped by generations staying local?
And in daily life, it shapes family networks, local traditions, and where people find comfort and familiarity.
From an environmental angle, that concentration influences local policy priorities and how communities respond to conservation and climate initiatives.
It also guides lifestyle choices, where people shop, who they trust for services, how they build routines. Staying nearby changes daily rhythms.
There's a policy dimension too. Infrastructure investments and emergency planning need to reflect that many residents remain close to their origins.
On a human level, it speaks to belonging. People rooted in one place often have deeper ties to neighborhood changes over time.
Exactly. That continuity can make local advocacy more powerful because residents have a long-term stake in outcomes.
It also sustains local culture, shaping tastes, wellness practices, and even career paths in subtle ways.
So that single fact, half of Americans live within 50 miles of where they were born, highlights the interplay between place, policy, and personal life.
It does. Small radius, big implications for how people live, care, and plan for the future. Thanks for tuning into our deep dive. I'm Sophia, and from Samuel and the Neural Newscast team, we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to Neural Newscast. Stay informed, stay curious, find our full archive at neuralnewscast.com. Neural Newscast integrates real and AI-generated voices to facilitate efficient, high-quality news production. Developed by human experts, our AI-generated content undergoes rigorous fact-checking and human review before publication. While we strive for accuracy and neutrality, AI-generated content may occasionally contain errors. We encourage listeners to verify crucial details from reliable sources. For more on our AI transparency practices, visit newscast.com.